Halle Bailey was granted a temporary restraining order against DDG and claims that he abused and attacked her multiple times. This was a bombshell that TMZ dropped, and I'm about to get into it. Halle Bailey says she had enough of DDG alleged abusing her. She filed a police report, and now she wants court-ordered protection from the father of her child, TMZ has learned. In docs filed Tuesday in LA, she claims things first got physical in January. They broke up back in October. Halle says DDG came over to pick up their son, Halo, and she tried to start a convo with the rapper about a child visitation schedule. These are the bruises on her arms and stuff. As she was buckling Halo into the car seat, she claims DDG grew agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out of my car, B." Halle says the baby was crying and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him in such an agitated state. That's when they allegedly started wrestling, with DDG pulling her hair, slamming her face on her steering wheel, and chipping her tooth. Although that stopped the fighting, she was still worried about Halo, so she remained in the car for the ride over to DDG's house, where she told his family what happened. Dang, okay, that's her chip too. Once they told her they'd take care of the baby, she left, hysterical and with bruises on her arms to go along with her chip too. She attached photos of her alleged injuries in her request for a restraining order. Halle, that child is supposed to be going with the father, then you gotta let the child go with the father. You don't need to strap him in. Hand the baby over or have your assistant or whatever take the baby out. Now, I know you wanted to discuss the child visitation schedule with him. Once you saw he was getting in his feelings, the best thing to do would be to text him and let him get in his feelings over text. So you could show the court how he be talking to you. Sometimes you gotta play chess while they playing checkers. She also alleges DDG creeped her out in March when he showed up at her house, entered without permission, went to her bedroom and texted a pic of Halle's empty bed to her along with the text, "Now I know what you've been on, LOL." Halle says she interpreted the text as DDG accusing her of having sex with other people. Even if she not with him and he should not be going up in her house. She is not with you no more. What she doing in her bedroom is her business. Regardless of whatever she been on, he shouldn't have been entering her house. Dudes like this, right? That's why you gotta be careful with who you have kids with. Dudes like this and men that think like them think that once you have a kid by them, that they own you and that they should have unlimited access to you when they feel like it. And most of the time, how they think they got unmitigated access to you is because now you got their child. No, sir, you can't be going up in her room. 4 days later, she claims he really exploded when he came back to her house. Halle told him she and the baby were sick and she didn't want Halo to leave home. And she claims that when he got verbally abusive, smashed her Ring camera and ran away with Halle's phone. As he drove off, she claims DDG threw the phone out his window and yelled to her, "Go get it, B." The incident prompted Halle to go file a police report, and she says she also has Ring footage to back up her side of the story. Now, I don't know whether or not y'all remember, Halle and Halo had RSV. If this is the event that aligns with what he came online with, he said, and we're going to get into his live. He said that he showed up to her house unannounced. He wanted to stay there with the sick baby. He wasn't going to take the baby, but he wanted to stay in the house with the baby. He wanted to go downstairs. She told him no, she wanted him to leave. He came online with that part of the story. Now, mind you, if she asks you to leave, leave. When she was discussing a visitation schedule, you told her that you wasn't prepared to get that visitation schedule, sir. So if that's not within what y'all had worked out, then she don't owe you no explanation. Get up out her house. Do not touch her stuff. Don't grab her phone. And if she got you on Ring camera actually destroying her property, I hope that you get whatever comes your way, because you should not be destroying her stuff. As he drove off, she claims DDG threw the phone. And then she's sick. Because if she had RSV when this happened, he gonna throw it out the phone, tell her to go get it. Like, she's feeling horrible. It's also around the time DDG claimed on X he been fighting to see Halo for much. Yep. When he got online doing that, she never responded. She just kept quiet. And remember, people was asking him, why wouldn't he go to court? Just take her to court. She won't let me see Halo. All the while, he out here being dirty. So this is out here being with Brent Faiyaz. He's like a singer. And he thought that she was on vacation with him. And he got enraged. Pretty much confirms that Halle Bailey and Brent Faiyaz rumors keeping Halo away from DDG while Brent plays stepdad in St. Lucia. Nasty work. So he sends her this and he said this foul bet, and then he sent the dude photo. You think you hurt my feelings when you really just ruining your own image. This is a terrible look. Make you look disgusting and evil. Enjoy your vacation. Happy Mother's Day. But just have the same energy when it's my turn to have him. I'm on the same S. Sir, the person that ruined her image was her, because she shouldn't have got with you. You was bad for her image. Her having a kid with you was bad for her image. And I'm sure she loved her baby, but let's keep it a buck. DDG is YouTube famous. DDG has released music, but DDG is not as famous as Halle is. And he's not also considered a celeb amongst actual celebs. It is levels to fame. I'm not saying DDG was broke because he got money, but that relationship was not good for her. Y'all got to remember, she was with Disney. Disney likes to keep the image of their princess clean. She also did The Color Purple after that. So her career, before she had Halo, was like this. Steady inclining, steady on the rise, steady on the rise. And when she let this clown knock her up, it went because he didn't marry her. He just made her a baby mama. And that is a stain on her image. For Halle, though, the final straw came just last weekend when she says she was vacationing with Halo and her sister in St. Lucia. She says DDG texted her links to social media posts claiming she was on the island with singer Brent Faiyaz. Ain't in a relationship. Halle replied, "Not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. I hope you are okay and feel better soon." Even if she was with another man out there, it don't matter. Halo could have been chilling with Chloe and she could have been on a date. But guess what, DDG? That ain't none of your business. If you want unlimited access to the woman and unlimited access to your child, then you need to marry her. I don't want no man around my son. We agreed not to have nobody around our son. Okay, cool. But she's gonna start dating, and so are you. It's first birthday, okay. The judge granted Halle a domestic violence restraining order requiring DDG to stay 100 yards away and gave her permission to take nearly 18-month-old Halo to Italy, where she'll be filming a movie for 2 months. DDG also has a post on stream about her and their child. Halle claims her ex has been with his fans into a frenzy by trashing her when he's on live screen. We reached out to DDG's camp and no word back yet. Okay, now let's see how DDG responded when he found out about this news.
Let's see. Why are they saying GGDMB? Alright, I'm looking at her story now. Oh. All that. Don't even.
That can't even be real.
All that, bro.
But that can't even be real.
But,
that's the thing.
But don't even. But you remember we talked about last night? All that. Let me say something. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that even came from.
Yo, stop these fake allegations. This is a father. This is a real person. It's a good human being.
Even, but I don't.
But hey, bro, we on stream, bro.
Come on, like I gotta be.
Just don't do it, bro. Come here.
Don't even make no.
All that. That's my real friend. We're not gonna do no false shit to ruin this stream. He's a great human being. He does a lot for a lot of people. He's a man. He's a father, and we're gonna respect him. We're gonna love him. WDDG and anyone that got anything to say.
The fake narratives. Stop the bull.
That's cap. Courts informed him. The court case is not taking him by surprise. He may have been surprised that TMZ dropped this story. He may have thought it wasn't going to hit the interweb, but he knew about it. And oh, he's a good guy. He's a this, he's a that. He probably does good things in his community. That don't mean that he wasn't whooping her behind. You got a lot of great guys out here that's great, that's giving out money, that's helping their family, that's doing all of that. But behind closed doors or even in the open, they some DVers. He said, my baby mama won't let me see my son. And I believe that he dropped this video because he was trying to prepare his fan base if anything went left.
Nah, I don't even like, y'all know I like doing like skits, like just having fun on the internet. I don't really like talking about real life shit, but I feel like I have to. and it's getting to a point where I feel like I'm honestly getting bullied, you know, when it comes to me just wanting to just be a dad. Y'all know how much like I love Halo. That's literally the best thing that ever happened to me. And this is literally my last resort. I feel like I don't have no type of like hurt, bro. Like I don't have no type of say so. And I keep getting this word thrown around like this is, I don't give a f. This make me seem childish. I just want to be able to see my son when I want to see my son, take my son when I want to take my son. Like, I don't care if this make me look childish, if I look like I'm on the internet crazy, whatever the f. I don't care, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody thinks. I literally just want to be in my son's life.
Online was not his last resort. The court would have been his last resort. Keyword, he want to see his son when he want to see his son. He want to be able to get his son when he want to get his son. You want everything to be on your schedule. Schedule be dang. The only way you're going to be able to do all of that, sir, is when you're married. And when you married, you have your son all day, all to yourself. But when y'all create these baby mama, baby daddy relationships, y'all got a custody agreement. And a custody agreement dictates when you can see your child and what time you will have with your child. Those are the days that you're going to be allowed to get your son. Those are the parameters that you have to be in. You can't just be like, I want my son today because you don't know what his schedule is. And someone, forget his schedule. That's my child. That's not how life works.
I feel like I'm getting bullied. I'm constantly being called a secondary parent, not a primary parent. And it's like, I just don't know what to do at this point. I don't know what to do. And that's why I'm like, maybe this will make her want to have to let me see my son. But I get to see him, but it's very minimal time. Like if y'all ever watch, I know I usually Snapchat when I'm with my son. I live stream every day, so y'all kind of get to see. I've been around girls all week because I don't get the chance to be a dad when I want to be a dad. Like you think I don't give a f about hanging around those girls. I want to be around my son. You feel me? But since I can't be around my son, I'm obviously gonna work. I'm not finna sit in the crib, look at the wall, and cry about. You know, I'm gonna go work. So it's like, every single day or every other day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far as so I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't get him or I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I get pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son. You feel me? Like
So at this particular point, they had RSV. So respiratory syncytial virus. The common illness affects the lungs. It can seem like a cold, but may be severe, especially in children. And it's very contagious. She didn't want him in her house. So that's why he was being told no. As far as him saying, I have to drive very far to be with my son, sir, you got the money, then maybe you need to move closer to her so you can be closer to your son. And why don't y'all create a visitation schedule? Like she said she was trying to do with you, but you didn't want to because you want to see your son when you want to see your son. You don't want to have to stick to a schedule because the schedule will actually dictate your time and you can't just pop up when you want to.
It don't have nothing to do with me working, by the way. I'm not going to air out her business, but me and her has not been together for a long time. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's been going on for a minute where I just never got on the internet and said nothing. I mean, I might like throw like little subliminals or shit like that, but it's like, bro, like, I don't want to get on the internet because at the end of the day, you know, this is something that can really like for him. But I'm really just coming on this as just a dad that really don't know what to do at this point. I've been dealing with it since he's been born. It's like I really feel like I'm a nanny at this point. The nanny has been able to have my son more than me. And I don't even know the nanny name. Like, it's like, it's just not fair, bro. So I have to come on here and I gotta do this shit. I don't want to be on no room, bro. Like, I don't want to be on no blogs and no like that. Just
But you do. You do want to be on the vlogs. You do want your fans going to her comment section and saying free Halo. You want all of that because you could have handled this behind the scenes. Y'all could have got y'all lawyers together to come up with a visitation schedule. Or you could have took your behind down there early Monday morning, filed for custody. That's all you had to do. Or have your lawyer do it. Instead, you getting in front of thousands of people pretending like you're hurt. Oh, he shouldn't have to do that. Well, if his baby mama is being ignorant and doing parental alienation and he really want to see his son because he really want to be a father, then he should take his behind down there to court because it's not right. And sometimes you have to bring the law in for people to act right. So you got to cut the cap.
trying to kick it, but I gotta do shit like this. Now I gotta go to court, do all this extra shit when it ain't even gotta be like that, bro. But today was my last straw. I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all, if y'all was watching me stream yesterday, y'all know I'm like, all right, I wasn't even gonna stream today. I'm like, I ain't streaming today. I'm gonna be with my son. I planned my whole day to be with him. My whole day was around that. And then I get there and I'm kicked out of the crib, can't see him, whatever. Mind you, we have our own lives. Like, she got her own shit going on. I got my own shit going on in terms of who we with. Like, we not together whatsoever. We not boyfriend and girlfriend. So it ain't got nothing to do with the content. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I've been dealing with this forever where I feel like I'm a secondary parent. And I know a lot of dads out there go through this. And the kids will never understand. Luckily, my son is only 1. So I don't have to like worry about him like feeling like, oh, my pop's not there. Every time I'm there, he got a smile on his face. He happy to see me. But he only can see me for no more than 48 hours. I haven't had to have my son to myself for longer than 72 hours. Max.
Okay. So you have only been able to have your son this out of a 7-day week. So she didn't had the baby for 5 days. You had him for 2. The max that you ever got your son was 3 days. She got him for 4. You got him for 3. Sir, that is most people's custody agreement. You are the secondary parent. She is the primary caretaker. I know it's hard for you to believe, but it's true.
He's getting picked up, taken away. I can't come get him, whatever. Like, it's like, I don't know what to do at this point. I genuinely don't know what to do. And it's like, I'm just going to come on here and just say what I say and then get off. Go about my day. I just feel like this needs to happen. It needs to be some type of repercussions for this. Because I'm not a deadbeat. Nowhere near. I have inspired dads across the world to want to be in their kid life. Why make it harder for me?
Sir, you don't get to do what you want to do. It gotta be some repercussion. If you go to court and you guys establish a custody agreement and she violates the custody agreement, the courts will reprimand her. But you don't want to do that. You want to reprimand her by having your fans go flood her comment section and be nasty towards her because you being nasty towards her behind the scenes isn't working. Like, she had to turn off her comments under her post because his fans was being nasty and the girl was still sick and he's sitting up here acting like he's the victim and he is not. Men and women, y'all ain't got to argue with no man or no woman that you got a kid with. Just take they behind to court. The court will solve all of this.
But I don't even know what to say for real. I wouldn't say this was an impulsive decision, but it's just, bro, I'm just frustrated, bro. Like, yeah, I could take it off that emote. I'm just frustrated. And I just don't know what to do. And I hate that every time I got something going good, it's always some type of drama, something going on in my life. I've been doing really good. I've been keeping my head down, just working, waking up every day, working, dealing with this on the same breath. Nobody will really know. And she got this golden image that I've also protected. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to keep doing that. Cause I'm a real, but this is foul, bro. Like, if I want to come get my son, I should be able to get my son.
No, Sir, go to the court. And you keep talking about her golden image. Every time this woman has had something important going on in her life, here he goes trying to ruin it. Here he goes making sure you know that he is attached to her. When she had the Little Mermaid coming out and her and the coast getting a little bit too buddy for his liking, he released that track where he's talking about how he was jealous. He may knock her up just cause being disrespectful. It's nonsense. Every time I have something good going on in my life, it's always drama. No, you bring the drama to the scene because you could have kept this offline too.
Plain and simple. And I wasn't even coming to take him. Like today, I wasn't even going to take him out because he's sick. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to just grab my son and go hang out with him downstairs. Me and her don't really speak like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to take my son, go hang out downstairs. Whoop. I'm getting kicked out. No. Like it's conversations where it's like that said to me is so if it's heard it, it's on some leave us alone type. I'm like, bro, like now I can see if I like no in the world can tell me that I'm a deadbeat or a bad dad. No in the world can ever say that to me. If my son can talk, he'll tell you my pops is the realest ever. This fuck with me. I wish I can be around him more. I don't get the chance to, bro. It's not cool. Like, it's like, all right, never took my son out of the state before. Never been able to. I don't have permission. Like, it's like I have a second mom. Like, I got to ask my second mom, hey, can I take my son? Can I take our son somewhere? But if she want to get up and leave the country and leave the state, I get no say so whatsoever. I can't say one word because she tell me that she the primary parent. Like it's like,
She is.
bro, this not cool.
Okay,
bro.
DDG. Let's go over what you just said. You showed up at her house, they said. You and her don't mess with each other. So she don't mess with you when she well. Why do you think she about to mess with you when she sick? Make that make sense. You thought, huh? You thought wrong. She don't want you in her presence. She don't want you in her house. She already told you he said, no, you can't sit downstairs in my house. Go home. Why did you think that was about to happen? For you. Have y'all ever been around a sick baby? They are very irritable. Most of the time they want their mamas. They want to be wrapped up under them. You don't like how she running the ship? You don't like that? Go to court. Court gonna be like, hey, you need to establish paternity. Boom. Now let's establish the custody agreement. Now most of the time in a custody agreement, they gonna have it to where you have to, like, if she's traveling somewhere, she probably has to get your permission. You could take your child, vice versa. So a lot of this stuff he complaining about can be solved if he took his behind to court.
It's not fair, bro.
Life
like,
ain't fair.
I promise y'all, I swear on my life, on my soul, on my son, I never wanted to come on here and say no like this, but I feel like this is the only way. So now if y'all don't see me with my son, every day, y'all know I stream every day. Every day I don't see my son, I'm a number.
You chose to do it because you wanted to shame her publicly. A manipulation tactic. I know that you have this golden image, so I'm going to let them know how you really act behind the scenes so people could come after you.
Let's see. I know she going to let me see my son now. This is the only way. Behind closed doors, I have not been able to see my son. Only if we on perfect terms and she around is cool. But if we not, I don't get to see him. I don't care to do girl content, whatever that has nothing to do with anything that's work. That has nothing to do with me wanting to be around my son, like whatsoever. I don't give a who she f***ing, who she talk to, who her is, who she f***ing filming movies with. I don't give. I care about my son. That's all I care about. Literally, that's all I care about. And when that's taken from me, she know that's the only way I get frustrated. That's the only way she can get under my skin because I don't care what she does. We haven't been together. This might be a curveball to a lot of people, but me and her has not been together for a long time. A long time before that post. We've been not really together. We probably was on and off for a little bit. That's it. But further than that, we has not been together. This is the only thing that can bother me is with my son. Yeah, now I don't even bring her name up when I get on live. I get on live, I call her the mother of my child. I call her this and that, nothing but be respectful. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not finna sit here and get bullied behind closed doors over my son and I can't see him. Just not doing it, bro. But now I understand. Like I always said a little on the internet, like, oh, I don't see how dads can't be in they son life and this and that. It be the mom, bro. It don't even be the dads for
Bro,
real.
you sound like a bitter baby daddy. Cut the cap. You online making it your diary. You have the resources to go hire you a good lawyer. Sorrows, and prayers. I don't care. You a baby daddy. She a baby mom. Now you got baby mama, baby daddy drama. End of story. You knew how she gave it up before. And he keep referencing, I don't care who she with. We haven't been together like that. He care who she with because he wouldn't keep bringing it up.
The dads want to be there. But if the mom ain't don't want you to be there, you can't be there. Like I was there the whole process, pulling his head out, everything. Like I should have just as much say so as possible. It's not cool, bro. I ain't finna get on here. The longer I stay on here, I get on here and just get to talking and yapping and just saying too much. Man, I'll just leave it at that, bro.
Bro,
Like,
you should have ran, Halle. That's what happened when you let these type of demons get into your bloodline. They try to make your life a living hell.
bro, my mindset behind yesterday, like I was fresh off the little situation that I was going through. Like I just left the crib or whatever. And I was like, hopefully me doing this is gonna make her be like, all right, here, take your son. You feel me? It's not the case. So I think at this point, it's like, all right, it's so early in my son's life. It's like, okay, cool. He won, he just vibing. I mean, he know what he doing, but like, it ain't that point right now where it's like, okay, if you ain't around this nigga, he like, oh, I don't like my daddy, So that's my main thing. I just don't want it to come to the point where it's like, all right, my pop's not around, you feel me? And that's just my main thing. So I'm not really like, I was more frustrated and annoyed than anything yesterday. And I'm not finna keep talking about this. I got a whole stream planned. I'm gonna do like a bunch of blind dates today. So it's gonna be a good little stream. It's not gonna be drama filled, but I do want to talk about a few things because I can. I keep getting called an internet. Duh. Like, okay. Whoa. You talk too much. You an internet nigga. Duh. I know I am. But this is the first time I ever spoke on this situation. Like, and I've been dealing with this for a long time. I never spoke on it. Because for the simple fact, I don't like putting y'all in my real life business, but I'm like, okay, I don't know what else to do. I really don't.
You could have took your behind the court, or you could have just called your lawyer to handle this situation for you. That's what you could have done. But like you said, you thought that this was going to force her to say, here go your son, and it backfired on you.
I know the internet moved people. Like,
it ain't
I just
move
want
her,
to just see my son. That's it. Like, I love being a dad, and I want to be a dad. Plain and simple. That's all it is. I think I'm the first to ever get canceled for wanting to be a dad. It's out here. It's being deadbeats. I didn't get canceled. That's just how you say it, figurative speech or whatever. But like, I get she got fans and. My mindset wanted to come on here to be like, okay, cool. I'm trying to get her canceled or whatever. No. I'm like, bro, this has been going on for too long. I don't know what else to do. Where I got power at is on the internet. That's all I can do. I can't do nothing else. You feel me? And I don't want to go to court. That's my whole thing. Like, going to court makes everything even more messy than what it is. Then you got to tell the judge real personal info, then folks get real parasocial, get to looking up stuff, get to seeing what's really going on. Cause I really ain't tell nobody nothing for real. I just said I just want to see my son. That's it. And I ain't been able to see him when I want to see him. I'm just treated like, I think the nanny get treated better than me.
It's all about what you want. I want to see him all day today, so I should be able to see him. Forget what you may have planned. I want to see him. I don't want to go to court because I don't want people in my business like that, but you putting people in your business. So you don't want to go to court because you can no longer control the narrative if it goes to court. He wants to be able to control the narrative, and where he has power is on the internet. So I can control how you view me. I can control the information that I release. But if we go to court, she can then say what I've really been doing. And what I've really been doing isn't in alignment with what you think I'm doing. And that's the problem. You had many of options. One of them was staying your behind off the internet and working something out with your baby mama. She's not willing to budge and you really haven't seen your son Halo like that, then you should take your behind to court and be a real igga about it, because you're not a bum of a dad. No one, including your baby mama, should be able to keep you away from your child. That child deserves to have his father as well. But that's not what you're doing. And based on these documents, you didn't just leave her house peacefully. You acted a plump fool and then wondering why she don't want you over there. Make that make sense.
That's how I be feeling. I don't even know the lady name.
Okay.
I pick him up from the nanny. I don't even know the name. I don't want to call her. Like, I don't even know her name, bro. I'm like, it's not cool, bro. And then people be saying, oh, we seen Halo on your stream. If Halo pop up on my stream, y'all, he be on my stream for what? 5 minutes. He get clipped hella because he the cutest baby in the world. Duh, he get clipped hella. And then he be gone. Like, I barely post my son now. I've been filming with girls all month. You probably seen Halo on my stream maybe like 2 or 3 times, bro. And then I'm gonna quit speaking on this in a minute, because I know like a lot of my stuff got clipped out of context and made people, you know, treat some type of way. But you think I wanted to get on the internet and say all that, bro? I've been on the best PR run in the world. I ain't want
yes,
that.
You did. That's why you did it. You wanted to do exactly what you did. You sat back and you thought about it. He already told you he's an internet igga. Internet iggas sit back and think about what's going to get them views and what's going to get them what they want. So he sat back and he calculated all of it. What he didn't expect was the reverse uno that she just threw on him was, okay, I'm not going to respond to you publicly, but my lawyers are looking at what you're doing and they're documenting this. Remember when you sent your fans to harass me because our son and I had RSV and I told you no, you couldn't have them that day, and you popped up at my house and you acted a fool, destroyed my Ring camera and took my phone? Remember that? Oh, let me bring it back to your memory. That's what's going on.
I had to. I didn't have.
Hi, son.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
I'm live right now.
Okay. Hi, Lai.
All right. But yeah, nah, I ain't wanna do all of that, but I feel like I had to.
Okay.
Everybody's saying go to court, do this and that. The reason I don't want to is because it's gonna get extremely messy, and it don't have to happen. And it's gonna get to a point where, nigga, it ain't no way. Appreciate that $5 gifted, Cardi, but it ain't gonna go how I think is in like her best interest to not want to go to court either, when we can just have a clear understanding. All right, cool. Like, I want to pick my son up, take him to dinner. If you really want him, I'll bring him right back. It's not a problem. We go to court, the judge gonna give me some time, and when I got the time, I'm gonna do whatever I want with my son. When y'all see me streaming with girls and y'all don't never see my son around, do you? I would never do that. Ever. My content has nothing to do with me being a father. I purposely separate him from any of that. Y'all would never see any, like, I don't give a if I'm dating a girl. You're not meeting my son. That's just how I am. That's disrespectful. I would never let that happen. So I always separate him from that.
This idea that that's not ever going to happen is really beyond me. True, everybody you date shouldn't meet your kid, but somebody's going to meet your kid. And it's going to be more drama when one of them actually moves on. You talking about, because I'm going to get some time. Yes, you're going to get some time. And she's going to get some time. And then y'all don't have to deal with each other.
But I don't want to go to court because it's going to make her unhappy. Because I'm going to get... What? I got money to spend. I don't even want to do that. It ain't going to be no, I'm not getting no public defender. You feel me? I don't want to do that. And then the judge be like, we see nigga great ass dad. We never see this from black folks.
Stop lying. Stop lying. If y'all notice, he's been pushing like just certain stereotypes. There are some amazing black fathers out there that do not get the credit that they deserve. And it's always a bad image placed on them when statistics show otherwise. Black fathers are active in their child's life, whether or not they're with the mother. And so this idea is like he's some anomaly. He's not. He a statistic because he a baby dad. But you're not going to sit up here and drag other black men. We never see this from black folks. They see it from black people all the time. Stop the cap. And some of y'all black men should be offended that he even talking about y'all like that.
This is a rarity.
You're not.
Get a whole summer. Now what? Like, we don't need that. Well, we can just be like, all right, cool. We get cool. Everything's smooth. Boom. He ain't even got to be that. That's the reason I don't want to go to court.
Okay.
But it is what it is, man. That's the life. That's the real life behind the entertainment, the content. I really don't care what nobody have to say. Half the people that were speaking on my situation in a negative way don't even have kids. They don't have kids. I seen there was a lot of people that don't even like, it's a lot of that's not even like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm trying to say. I ain't trying to get canceled. But you ain't gonna have kids. So how can y'all speak on my situation? I don't understand. Like,
because you're not a rarity. I can tell you right now, you don't want to be a part of baby mama, baby daddy culture when you witness it. When you have people in your family that's baby mamas and baby daddy. You know exactly what they're going through because you witness it. I seen both a bitter baby daddy and a bitter baby mama, and those people make your life a living HE double hockey sticks. And they are obsessed with you, and they will do stuff through the child to get at you. They try their best to make it. They just don't want to do right. You see it. Thinks he's a rarity. You're not. You're a baby daddy. There are many men out there just like you.
I just didn't understand it. It's like, I get y'all fans and stuff, but y'all are making it worse by being irrational. Like, y'all saying don't make no sense, and then y'all cause people that understand where I'm coming from to respond to y'all, and then y'all make everything even worse.
So you felt like what you did in these two clips back to back was rational? What you did was irrational. You brung your business online, and now people are dissecting what you're telling them. And because you don't like what's being said, then, it's irrational. You're not a baby mama or a baby daddy, so you don't know what my situation is. But you put it online. If you were being rational, you wouldn't have brung it online. You would have kept it to yourself and went to the courthouse and handled it that way. A rational person wouldn't have been in their feelings. They would have weighed the pros and cons. And you was in your feelings, being irrational. Now you got a court case months down the line that's talking about what you did in this clip.
But y'all know, man, I've been going through this for this little cancellation period for a long time, bro. Like, do not move me. But what can I do besides live life, you know?
Because now you the victim. You care so much about your baby mama, you don't want to put her through court, but you put her business out here. You'll send your fans to go harass her. You got people in your comments talking about some free Halo. Make it make sense. Let's get into these court docs. Halle Bailey declares, I'm a petitioner in this case. I have personal knowledge of the facts I state below, and if I were to be called a witness, I can competently testify to what I have written in this declaration. Exhibit referenced below are true and correct copies of the identified documents and are incorporated by reference by the place indicated by the exhibit. I submit the declaration in support of my request for a domestic violence restraining order. Daryl Dwayne Granberry Jr. Daryl and I were involved in a romantic relationship about 2 years, beginning in 2022 and ending in 2024. Our son, Halo St. Granberry, Halo, was born on December 22nd, 2023. Throughout our relationship and continuing to date, Daryl has been and continues to be physically, verbally, emotionally, and financially abusive towards me. I am seeking orders to protect myself and our son Halo from his ongoing abuse. Daryl is a professional YouTuber and Twitch blogger and rapper. Whenever he wishes to cause upset, bad-mouthing me to his several millions of fans. He claims I am withholding our son and that I am with other men. As a result, I then receive threats and hate on social media. He seems to try to set up the drama for his fans. He goes live ranting about me and alleges that I am keeping Halo from him. This is false. I have requested a set schedule, which he refuses, because he want to see his son when he want to see his son. I am also a public figure and a subject to public scrutiny and hate. As of recently as this morning, May 13, 2025, Daryl was giving an interview in Miami on TikTok talking about our son, flipping the script claiming he is getting hated on by his fans. To be clear, I did not go on social media discussing our relationship or any of our issues related to our son. Only he does that. He is the one who creates this frenzy with his and my fan bases, and he is now going online to continue talking about it, furthering the frenzy. This is not child-centered. I've asked him to stop the behavior. He continues. He gets paid for hits and creates hits for himself. Our relationship ended in 2024 because of Daryl's temper and lack of respect towards me. There have been numerous incidents of physical abuse even before Halo was born. He often calls me profanities, including a B. He often calls me evil. Ma'am. Halle. If he was putting his hands on you before you got preggo, made me mad, bro. Because if he putting his hands on you before you got pregnant and y'all relationship was already toxic, why would you add a child to the situation, worsening the toxic relationship? Now this toxic individual is forever linked to you. He now has a reason to be in your life. Stop letting these demons into your bloodline. Leave some of these niggas where they at. Vice versa for men. He's showing you behavior that's unbecoming. So you already knew what it was going to be when you get a child. If he's possessive and disrespectful towards you in general, he's going to be even more possessive over you with the child, because he's going to say, I don't want no nigga around my son. Since we broke up, we have ongoing issues related to Daryl's last minute demands to see Halo without any schedule. He will not commit to any regular visits or schedule for visits. He demands Halo when it's convenient for Daryl only. I never know when I will get Halo back or where he will be. Based on my discussions with him and his mother, I am aware that Daryl leaves Halo with his mother most of the visits and his mother cares for Halo. I want Daryl's family to be close with Halo, but I believe Daryl should be present instead of simply leaving Halo with his family for days. And you know how you know this is true? Because his brother came out and did a rant against his baby mama.
When y'all see mother Halo walk in the room with my brother stream, my mama is coming to bring in there. My mama is the reason why we get our mother kids. I don't talk to baby mama. My mom is the reason why me and my brother get our kids. We go through my mama. My mom is nice as hell. This could be my mama cup. Chino can come and slap the cup out of her hand. She gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna give me another cup. My mom is the nicest person in the world.
His brother is confirming some of what Halle is saying. Some situations. They don't really want nothing to do with the kid, but they mama want to see their grandchild. They mama want to go to court to get custody because she want to be in her grandchild's life. So what he does to appease his mother is, okay, fine, I'll go do this. And then he drop the kid off, leave him up in the house with them, and he go on about his day because he do not want to be bothered. But he's an agitation in your life because he demands custody, but he ain't really planning on spending time with the kid. Now, devil's advocate, DDG may have been busy during those times working, and his mother was there to be the babysitter. But I also will say, for Halle, he doesn't tell me where they will be. Unless he's going out the state He don't owe you an explanation as into where they will be. Even if y'all get a custody agreement going on, you don't get to dictate where he can take your son. As long as he's not taking him into dangerous locations, etc., then you cannot dictate what DDG does with your child on his time. You cannot do that. The same way he cannot dictate where you take your child on your time, especially when you're in the state. Now you can say, no, I don't agree with you taking my son out the country, blase, blase. On January 18, 2025, Daryl called and said he was coming over to get Halo, who was just 13 months at the time. I let him into my house and asked him politely when he would bring Halo back. I repeatedly asked Daryl to please set a schedule. He did not want to talk and refused to tell me when he would bring Halo back. The discussion continued as I walked with him outside to assist to put Halo into the car seat. I was buckling the baby into his seat and physically got into the back seat to adjust the car seat. I had left my front door open. It was not even fully dressed, as I was not even wearing shoes. Daryl kept repeating, "Get out of my car, B." Halo was crying. I repeatedly pled with him to stop calling me a B. I feel very nervous that he was taking Halo with him and was very agitated. I did not feel safe leaving a baby with him in his state. I also wanted to know when he would bring Halo back. He would not tell me. Ma'am, Halo's 13 months. Halo's not a newborn. And I feel like you got some separation anxiety going on here. Because really, I see the problem of him not telling you when he's bringing Halo back. That should have been communicated. The way you deal with ignorance like this. Don't even give him the opportunity to argue with him. Give him the baby and say goodbye. And then text him. Be like, hey, when are you bringing Halo back so I know when I need to be home? He doesn't respond to that. Be like, cool. Save it to the archive. The argument then escalated. The next thing I knew, things got physical between us. We fought each other, wrestling and tussling. At one point, Daryl was pulling my hair. He then slapped my face into the steering wheel, my tooth to get chipped. I then stopped fighting back as I was in a lot of pain. I wanted to get out the car, and Halo was the car with Halo, but was now stuck. Daryl then said that since I would not leave the baby in the car, he would take me with them. He drove quickly towards his house. When we arrived at his house, I was crying and told his family what happened. I begged his family, who were there to help me figure out a schedule with him. They just said, leave Halo and go. I left hysterical. I had bruises on my arm, and I chipped both. And I chipped the tooth. True and correct copies of the pictures and bruises in my teeth here too, as Exhibit 1. Based on what's in the actual document is they was tussling. You got a right to defend yourself, right? But then, ma'am, also, just get out the car, because that's his car. He don't have a right to be aggressive towards you, right? But just get out the car. Get out the car. Stop trying to argue with an agitated person. The baby 13 months old. Let him go with his dad. Some of this could have been avoided on her part with dealing with a fool. You should have kicked him in his... No. You should have been with the court. Once you see that he ain't trying to get on no type of schedule, keep asking him, go call your lawyer. On March 3rd, 2025, Daryl had Halo in his care. I was to pick up Halo at 3 p.m. that day instead of approximately 12 p.m. While I was away from my home. Daryl came to my home and entered my home without my permission or knowledge. He does not have a key to my home. I will bring a copy of the Ring camera footage from the day that shows Daryl entering my sliding door on the side of my house and going upstairs. After he entered my home, Daryl then went to my bedroom and sent me pictures of my empty bed. He sent me a threatening text. Now I know what you've been on, laugh out loud, which I understood to be accusing me of having sex with other men. This left me feeling very unsafe and nervous that he would enter my home again when I was there. Change your locks. Why wasn't your sliding door locked? Is the better question. And DDG, you doing too much, sir. Can't be entering that woman home. Whether she's sleeping with another man or not, that ain't none of your business. Because y'all not in a relationship with each other. You got a whole entire lane that you keep getting out of. Oh, I see what you been on. And you entering her home like you live there. You don't. You don't deserve access to other areas outside of your child. If it ain't about your child, then it ain't none of your business. Any man she having around my child, I need to know about. No. Because you don't know if she having them around your child. She could just be trying to get her freak on when her baby ain't there. On March 7, 2025, Halo and I were both sick with RSV at my home. Daryl stopped by to see Halo. I had already warned about our sickness. I made it clear to him that I did not want Halo leaving my house because he was sick. When I told Daryl that, He became very angry with me. He raised his voice and became verbally abusive towards me, hurling bad names at me. He then saw the Ring camera was recording. He unplugged the Ring camera, opened the side of the door, threw the Ring camera out of my house. I went outside to retrieve the Ring camera. He then locked me out of my house. I went around the back, came into my house through another entrance. I plugged the camera back in and called my family member for help. With her on the phone line, I repeatedly asked Daryl to please leave. I told him that he was being rude. I was too sick to deal with him. He would not leave. When he realized that my family member was on the phone, he became enraged around the same time. I noticed that he also saw the Ring cameras were back on, so he smashed the camera. I have this recording and will bring the recording to the hearing. Daryl then grabbed my phone and hung up on my family member. At some point while he was distracted, I was able to get Halo from him. Daryl then ran out of my house with my phone. I followed, begging to please get my phone back. He got into the car and closed the car door on me while I was holding Halo. Daryl then drove off and threw my phone out the window and yelled, "Go get it, B." As a result of this incident, I filed a police report, as you should. Shout outs to you. Sir, who do you think you are? You came up into her house to be an irritant and then wonder why she don't want to mess with you. He a show me person. Because why did you think that was a good idea, sir? You walked up into her house, cussing her out, and then you got the audacity to come up in there and destroy her Ring camera like you lived there or like that was your property. You gonna grab her phone, call her. Boy, ain't no freaking way. It's the type of stuff that get, see, yo, Man, go find you some self-defense classes and go get you a license to carry, cause you dealing with a fool. He wanna be Mr. Big Shot, cause ain't no freaking way you going up into somebody's house acting like that, especially knowing that both your son and her are sick. Somebody tells you to get out of their house. Get out of their house. You do not live there. I'm attaching Exhibit 3, a true copy of the police card and incident report case number. I will obtain a copy of the police report for the hearing. This lack of schedule and Daryl random demands caused me to get distressed. I'm a singer and actress. I am often on set or having to arrange my schedule ahead of time. I must be able to work. People begin to threaten me and this creates fear for me. I have attempted to work with Daryl to set up a schedule for Halo, but he refuses to talk to me and just goes live to blasphemy to his fans. I also continue to try to work with his mother to try to arrange a time for Daryl to be with Halo. I was filming in New Jersey last month and arranged for his mother to come and take Halo to visit his father. In coordinating the trip, I learned that Daryl had purchased a one-way ticket for his mother to come to New Jersey and take Halo to him. He demanded I pay the cost for the return ticket and would not book it. I had my lawyer get involved in order to protect our son and draft the agreement to ensure that our son would be returned to me. I was glad I could facilitate the visit, but it created tremendous stress for me and disrupted while I was dealing with Daryl's threats. Ma'am, go ahead and get you a license to carry and learn how to use it proficiently. Because sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas. You wish you would have stopped ahead of time, huh? When they was like, hey, you need to leave that nigga alone. Because ain't no freaking way that Igga should be messing up your day like that. You partially responsible for this Igga having a permanent stay in your life and in your bloodline. You ain't the first woman he done did this to. The court should also be aware that Daryl's mother and I discussed further visits after the visit last month, but Daryl chose not to see our son. This is not unusual. Daryl often goes weeks without contact and then demands Halo that very day. Daryl's mother and I also discussed that I would be back in Los Angeles with Halo returning on March 11, 2025. Our communication evidencing these discussions as attached as. Then on March 5th, 2025, the night of the Met Gala, Daryl started up again online. He went live on Twitch, his Twitch channel, voicing that he was unable to see his son, implying that I was keeping Halo from him. He then created a firestorm of media around freeing Halo from me. See various social media messages directed at me. Collectively, Exhibit 6. His fans then began accusing me of refusing to share Halo and being out partying with other men, which ain't none of their business because you a grown woman and DDG is not your husband. He your baby dad. You have access to your child. You don't have access to the mama 24/7. They see this. Oh God, don't it, bro? This is stuff I be talking about. They feel like they have access to you, and they feel like they own you, and you can't move on. Cause if you move on, you a hoe. That's the type of mentality some of these men have. Given the fact that Daryl's mother and I had text about my whereabouts a week prior, and Daryl did not wish to see Halo after his last visit, the timing of his Twitch post was intended to ruin my night, which it did. I could not concentrate on being present at the Met. I was worried about the situation again. Ma'am, you should have went ahead and lived your best life. Stop letting clowns ruin your night. Forget them fans. Get you some security and get you a license to carry and learn how to use that tool. The reason why he was upset is because he wasn't invited to the Met Gala, or he didn't want to pay that $50,000 ticket to get in. Is it 50,000 or 100,000 now? Which one is it? He didn't want to pay the price to get in. Kai Cenat was there. Few other YouTubers was there. Every time this happens, I feel scared, anxiety, and worried about Halo's safety as well as my own. I have noticed a pattern of Daryl doing this when I have events related to my career, although I am trying to work hard to provide for our son. Likewise, the weekend of Mother's Day, May 9th through the 11th, 2025, I left New Jersey with Halo and went on a short vacation with my sister. Daryl again accused me of being with other men and posting about my relationship with other men. A true and correct copy of social media post that Daryl began texting me. As always, this caused me great distress. I even texted him hoping he would stop. Daryl, are you not tired of harassing me? You make up a new lie on me every day. I'm in St. Lucia having fun with Charmaine and Chloe, not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. I told your mom I was going to be with my sister last week. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. I hope you are okay and feel better soon. Ma'am, even if you was out there getting your back blown out by somebody in St. Lucia, that ain't none of his business. Your baby gonna go to sleep, and somebody else was there with you to watch your child. More recently, this has become extremely upsetting to me because Daryl refuses to work with any attorney to set up any set schedule. Instead, he is threatening that he will take our son 50% of the time and pay zero support. It should be noted that he has never paid me child support, and I had never sought child support from him. I have asked him, however, to contribute to Halo's expenses. Only on one occasion has he done so. Contractually committed to be filming a movie out of the country in Italy on June 7th, 2025 for approximately 8 weeks. I have been and remained the only caretaker of Halo throughout his entire life. I do not believe it's in Halo's best interest to be left with Daryl, or more likely his mother, because Daryl leaves town on a weekly basis. Most weeks, especially the entire 8 weeks, I am seeking permission to take Halo with me to Italy so I can continue to care for him. I am contractually bound to be in Italy to film. I have family and a nanny who will be traveling with me to care for Halo while I am working. I have done everything possible to avoid going to court. I have tried to placate Daryl by providing him access to Halo, even though he is not with Halo and often leaves Halo with his mother. I have facilitated his visits no matter where I am, and often last minute. I realize that they don't have the other sheet, and hopefully everything works out for them and they figure it out. As always, remember that you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and stay blessed.